So let's see. I want to start working on missions. I started doing it a few months back, and then I was struck on everything I was doing. So I have to start again from the first mission. This time around, I tried uh, listing everything down on Notion. So I'm hoping that now that I think 2025. Well, I don't think they're all the way to 20, but there's a list of missions I can go through. Listed them down. I have sort of a basic storyline to follow, and that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few days or maybe a month. I don't think I'll be adding any buildings. I'll just leave these as enough blockouts for what I need. In the areas I'll be playing, at least the rest of the map will be empty for now. So you can see there's this area up here that has buildings. Can zoom in, and that's so. And the buildings, the roads are all set up on that side. I mean, the buildings are not all set up, but the roads are fine. Then there's this main area here. There's another section out there at the end of the map where different missions will be happening. Let's see. There's supposed to be another mission map here on this side of the map where all roads are set up. So there's no buildings yet. I'll work on those. I'll add a block out or just copy something from in here and use it as a block out. And there's a different area way out here and I can't seem to see it. It's a lot further away from the map and the buildings over that side are smaller. So let's see if I can find it. It was residential, what's this? So it's not residential, it's definitely residential. Looks like I placed a lot of these in the same area. And just, yeah, oh, this there. So there'll be a different mission on this side also, but that's not what I was looking for. I think some things are not loaded, so load these and see if I have everything loaded first. Looks like everything I need is loaded, so start a mission. There's quite a few things on the map that I already started forgetting. But what is this? What's this? Supposed to be all the way out here. Oh, okay, there you go. I just saw them. Yeah, so tiny. Now, what's this residential? Oh, I was looking for the wrong. So you can see that some parts of the map are a lot further away out here, and that's probably not going to be that many missions on these sides. It's supposed to be a forest, so yeah, let's get started. I'll just open my level blueprint and then start moving in function by function by function. I will be touching C++ for now, not exactly like with C++, but after some time, I think I'll start using it to start stepping my Nairobi. For now, I'll just stick to blueprints. So this is the setup I have for the level blueprint. On the gameplay for the level, I first add okay, the main widget which has currency counter. There's a minimum somewhere down there, and then there's three progress bars for stamina, health and those other stuff. So I haven't exactly set them up. They still sort of soldiers. The minimum is literally of water from Google Maps. And so after the widget is set, I decided to viewport. I load the player progress. The active game slot for me, it's coming from player progress. So my active game slot for now, I've just named it as autosave, but later on we'll add the ability for players to just create their own save games and rename them. Uh, so the whole point of loading the player progress for now is just positioning the player at the last area he was before. Uh, I mean, the last time he was playing. So let's say before you close the game, you are maybe way out here. When you start the game again, I want you to be at that point and not just spawn you. I don't have a player start. I don't like using those seems to be. To me, I feel like it's locking it to one area, which is not that fun. It doesn't work for me. So after loading the player progress, I first set this. I'm not using it here. I think we need to delete it because I don't think I'm using it. So what I do is from this function, the game slot, no, the save game instance. I pass it over to my missions. It's my mission function. So it's like a function library where all the missions will be placed at. So that's what I do. I check the active game, save game instance, and pass it to the missions blueprint. So this way I'll be adding more and more missions. So today the first mission is the arrival. You just go to the city. You have to go meet someone. You have to go meet someone, collect some things from him, and deliver them to a different area. So as you can see, I already started working on it. I have two locations, but I need to have three locations. Let me just confirm that. Okay, so this brightness is a bit of a problem. Operator management. That settings. Yes, what you do. Nice. Okay, so this is the recognition. What happens is the game starts. You've not played anything. So that's actually what I check. I first started checking was that select mission. So I from the active game, the last save game, or at least the game slots. What's it? I just forgot the name. The save game instance, the one that's active, and maybe the auto save. Is selected, and from there I check if you have an active mission. If not, for now I'm just printing this on the screen to tell you don't have an active mission. But if you do, it goes over to this switch mission list, and I have what's this? I just forgot the name. I forgot the name of this thing. So I have a list of the mission names without the descriptions. And so I'm doing a switch over here. I don't know how to explain it on blueprints. Essentially, what a switch does. Let me see if I can find. I think I have this code somewhere. It's going to open the wrong project. I need to explain it with something I understand. So you also understand it. Explain Okay, so it's a different project, has nothing to do with the game. Just want to show what can this. So what Switch does is you have a list of missions, right? And let's say the missions are just the array, right? And you have the missions, so say arrival is the first mission. And then say let's just call this mission 2, mission 3, and so on and so forth. So what I'm doing in the select mission, uh, what I'm doing the select mission function on the blueprint side is I'm switching through the missions. So in this case, you'd be doing something like this, and this is Ruby, so much you understand Ruby. At least you can see what I'm doing, and make sense of it based off of whatever other terminologies you do. Because I'm not going to touch on C++, I'll be lying to myself. So when you do a switch, what you want to go through is these names, and you're going to do it very manually. It's not usually the best way to do it. So in this case, you do case arrival. You're going to call the function. Let's say the function is mission arrival. Going to call it that way, and then break. And so you're going to do a different case for the next mission. And so this one's going to be mission 2. And the same thing is going to happen. So you can call mission 2. Right? But I don't think you need these brackets for Ruby. And just type it that way. But other languages do need brackets. Some, in fact, need semicolons. Others need these. Different languages come with their own different phenomenon. And then the default mission for me, uh, is arrival. Wait, doesn't Ruby have default? Okay, so I'll just find this. But it's supposed to be a default. I'm not sure to have that in Ruby. Okay, so this is essentially what I'm doing. If the case is arrival, you call the mission arrival, which is the only thing that's being called right now because that's the only function I have on this list for now. So too much of an explanation. So once you call the arrival, this is what I'm doing in arrival. I'm going to automatically send the user to this location, the player name to this location. This is where I want the first mission to start. So it's like Vice City's poster, is it the dogs? No, those are cutscene. I think it's some lawyer's office. Some address, and I don't remember the name of the street. But this, for me, this is the area I want the player to start at. And then it's going to give the user prompt and tell you to, uh, I call it prompt upper here. So it's going to tell the player to go to upper here, go meet someone at upper here. And so that's just the first line. Arrive at the center and meet this guy at upper here. And then once you arrive, I want you to save the contract. And then from there, you're going to pick some documents and use the directions to go to a different area, which is around this area. This one's the straight roads. So go there, and then you're going to save a location. And that location is going to be the player's save locations, like the player's home. So you'll be saving a game at least before you start buying other buildings and stuff. So let's create two program assets in folder. And then I'm going to create a blueprint, some actor, and call it mission progress trigger. trigger. For now, let me just add a cube and give it a scale of 3. And then the collision, because I don't want it to be a solid cube. What's that? Collision. Search here. Collision. No collision. Uh, some transparent materials. That's the natural materials. Okay. So let me see if I can find transparent materials here. For instance, let's see how that looks. I don't know, right? Is there a cylinder? Is there a shape? Oh, right. So let me put that there. Delete the cube, the material, that, and then give it a scale of 3. Most games use cylinders as mission markers, so that's what I'm going to do. And then compile that. And what I'm going to do with the cylinder is add an overlap. So I forgot to do this. Yeah, it's probably not the best material. And different from something that's visible. After this is definitely not going to be the default the final material for it. It's supposed to be a mission marker. So I think you all know how mission markers look. Then this one, yeah, this one's a lot better. Then I'll increase that. All right. So once I was using an emitter, so that's not what I want there. I'm going to cast this just to trigger. Oh shit. Okay, let me just create an progress. Trigger. Right, I'm going to make enough object reference. So get, and then what I'm going to do here is functions. Uh, let me see, I could use a function, but then that, if you use functions, you always lock yourself out, or you can't access something else like delay. I've had offensive delay. So I'm going to add a custom event and call it spawn up trigger. Spawn progress trigger. And so I want our custom event. That. And so this is supposed to have an input for spawn location. It's supposed to be a vector. Right. Supposed to be a vector. Cool. Right. And then the only thing this is going to do is it's going to spawn after that location. supposed to be a spawn. Sketch computation. Let me see if that works. Okay, so you see when you use functions, there are things you can't access. Like for instance, I can't spawn actor, and I can spawn actor from this function. So I'm going to use it in the actor blueprint, and it needs class. Uh, so yeah, there is definitely a problem. And to spawn and destroy, to spawn and destroy, and it can't spawn cell and spawn itself. So a shortcut to this, and it's not a good thing, a shortcut to this would just be take mission trigger, add it to the environment, and go to details and the location, click on this to reset the value to 000, and I just broke it. Yeah, so I should have fixed the error I was showing before doing anything. So let me just restart, compile shaders again for 5 hours, and then get back to this. Okay, so I got this thing back out, and I can see it's not exactly visible. So something. Switch the time to night. So 23 to 11 p.m. This thing takes forever to. I have real time off, so so even in darkness, it's not even that much darkness. Let me try 7. No, actually 20, 21, 19, 19. That can not be 19. Okay. And Tuesday, okay, so let's take this back to the original plan. And then, so with that there, I don't have to spawn or destroy. I just switch location back and forth. So I'm going to set at the location. Is set wild or set relative? Set wild location, I think. Set nope, the location and location. Location is within the no, it's set actual location. And but location, okay. And target itself, teleport, no. Okay. So what I'm going to do to open this file, then to select mission and go back to arrival. So with this here, okay. So what's the name of this spawn trigger? Okay, spawn progress, spawn progress. That should be there. That should also be there. So I'm not sure if this is going to work. This is not how you do it. It's definitely not like that. Let's just give it a try. Playing, it's taking all the time it can, and the map itself is unnecessarily huge for now. Oh, so I'm just noticing that I have the compiling shader screen. Oh shit. So, yeah, just press play. Let's see if the spawn of the right location and if that trigger spawn is also going to spawn at the right location. So yeah, this is the building I'm supposed to be at. And then call the vehicle. Seriously. I don't know what happened. Access names. Yeah. So let me play custom just to progress data. This should be the object, and then so this is the one that needs to spawn chain, and then that there. So again, okay, so it didn't crash. So I'm assuming it worked. You'll probably drive all the way to where they spawn. The progress trigger need to spawn. See if it did in fact spawn. Okay, that one of the road needs to be fixed. Okay, so it did not spawn. I don't think it did anything to. I see. It's not going to do that. And I also don't want to. I don't want to have each in the player blueprint. I should find it a problem if I do it that way. So let's try and see can this. Okay, just I let me create a mission interface. Missions. Layer blueprint interface sequence. Oh, I already had a missions interface. So much. The can start. So plus certain space mission function plus certain thing is interface. Okay, so input option. Okay, start. And then yeah, the mission sets arrival. So I don't need this or this. This can be a good target. That's definitely not how I'm supposed to be doing that. And this is read only, they're supposed to be connected. Then so this let's all get up now. The final guys open it like this. I don't really know why this is here. They're not supposed to be there. Okay, so for page some stuff. Well, so I'm going to with the switch mission list. Then if it's arrival and build for class. Actually, because I mean this stuff already exists where it's known a call function blah blah blah. So But that's supposed to be doing, and so so blueprint communication is clearly a problem for me. I need to figure out how to pause. I need to figure out how to spawn. It's not it. It would be easy if it just passed these to this function and and the player controller, maybe the character blueprint itself. But then that gives me problems. For instance, if I want to change the character return to something else like MetaHuman. So if I have them on that blueprint, it's going to lock me down right now. It's too early to be locked down. Just turn, and I also can't get out of the purpose of police, progress, which I think is going to work because there's going to be only one of these. So I can just set the location. Get a location, a set of location, right? And then file that and make sure this thing is in the symbol level. So go files, then go the location. And let's see if that works. I feel like the next time I'm testing this, I'll probably just set a closer location. Driving all the way outside this city is becoming a problem for me. So those one needs to be. Oh shit! Yeah, it's found. I can see it from here. It's found. So that works. That definitely works. So now that's all I'll be doing. I think I need to just create a function to be handling that. Uh, there you go. It's font. It's a bit too bright. Oh, it's definitely too bright. How is that going to? Yeah, so the idea is once you go through this, once you overlap, the character overlaps with this. The next objective is ascend. So I've seen there's an actual objectives thing that people do, and there's an actual class called objectives, which I don't know how to use. So I won't be doing that anytime soon. I just stick to this. Here's my workflow. The scale is a bit too big, so uh, I'm just set to something different. What's that? Mission trigger, cylinder, scale to distribute. Just for scale, let me add the it's it's still huge. So down, lock down, so it doesn't fall below which okay. Okay, so the next thing will be to trigger the actual mission, so I don't need this, and they can be collapsed to a different function, collapse the function, and problem one trigger function trigger. And then probably need to save these stuff, the mission progress and the mission name, the active mission. So I will do that later on. I'll just add the trigger for now. Close these. Probably won't try to use it. Mission trigger, and then the cylinder is what I want to allow. So I'm going to begin overlap, and then if our factor will not fully seriously get control point is controlled. So local control is but just to test if this actually works, let me change and shift through destroy after self. Cool. So the moment I go through it, it should just disappear. Okay, so let me just change the location so I don't have to drag that far again. And I'm going to need this plus give it 500 and 500 and hope it doesn't spawn inside the building. Put that there again. Oh, okay. So it's spawned. Okay. Okay. It's clearly not doing what it's supposed to do, and I didn't know why this is the so stem Z. X and Z. So that should spawn you at the road. And then clearly my phone, for some reason, not clear controlled. Spawn. Which what the hell? When I control, right? Happens to if it's controlled by humans. I guess I'm not human. But this player controller. It actually is. So just print this true or false. This player controlled. I mean, I could just destroy this and print it directly. So compile. mm, Auto compilation because overlap sitting down. Right. Okay. So the issue was collision. So let's destroy it. And this, there's a thing, and then double thing, through, option, inch, and then if it's true, destroy after. Let's see if it now destroys at the moment I will allow. So when did it spawn? Instant spawned in the building. Okay, so this is the highest I could go, and I can't see that thing. I don't know it's spawned. So I guess I'll just stick to driving. You keep so is there, but it's hard to drive this vehicle and no engine noise, and I still don't know how to adapt. Oh, and sometimes we're working on later on. The scale thing may have been a mistake because I can't see the spawn, the progress, whatever progress trigger. Oh, there we go. I can see. So this vehicle is player controlled. It's supposed to make it disappear. Let me see if that's true. Oh, nope. It's possessed by control. I'm not sure why it didn't work, but this should be. Yep. So it works in player zero. It doesn't work with what player zero possesses. So it's that. Mm. All right, so this is what I wanted to say. I wanted to say the progress from here. So now that I have that uh, trigger, I also need to down, slice it. Report is needs to go back down. Hmm, instead of two again. So So, sure, survival. So once you spawn this, you're supposed to drive all the way there, and then when that thing disappears, it's supposed to trigger maybe a cutscene or maybe a cutscene or no, I mean not a cutscene. It's supposed to spawn AI. So once what's this? So this one's supposed to work on here. And also set auto location, and from here I think I need what is available. That's it. Available is the active game, and I wanted to save. I wanted to save the progress for going to exit the sequence there, and then all these is going to be uh, yeah, and call it Act One. So collapse it to something, collapse it to a node, and then call it all. That's what that's supposed to be arranged. So when you collapse it to node, it appears under the same function. So it's not a different function, still accessible only within that function. So what's that? Sequence up to one, then save layer progress and in layer progress. That's a problem. Mission is I just need this. That's mission progress. So I'll just call it that. Mission progress. Yes. I can let's go here then. And then Okay. I can still have an error. That's supposed to be in the arrival. Keeps happening here, tabs. So put up here. That's supposed to be there. Authentication should it's completed. So, and then get thoughts. Cancel and then do that and go back. So that's it. Location, disconnect to and mission, mission, and that's supposed to. Okay, so supposed to have a branch. And blueprint is going to be complex. So let me just first of all look for this. So okay, so for the active mission, I don't need the branch because the enumerators always come with the default value, and so I'm sure it comes as arrival by default. So just save it as it is. So just have it here, and then do that. And so for now, I'm just going to have this each set uh, below one another, and then when I'm done, once I have a very long list of things that have been saved here, I'm just going to select them all and collapse to a node. So that way it looks a lot cleaner. So this one goes here. So let's leave that as option. Oh, okay, I got. So this one is supposed to connect it. Right, so select these and move them forward. Nice. This one should be that one. First, this should be one. Fine. So if we go back here, let's go to get oh, so again. Is it load or what I'm doing here? I load, okay, and then cross check. Okay, so what else I'm going to do here? So again, load. So for now, I'm going to just use autosave for the whole thing, and then forecast the purpose. It goes here, and then get active emission. So this is where I start searching. We teach, we teach the emission list. Okay. So I'll later on have to come and fix this. It's not supposed to be hard coded like that. So then arrival. So on the arrival, so I'm going to add custom events. So the first custom event is meet Kirby. So that's the guy going to meet at upper here. Uh, so when you meet Kirby, what I need to do is from AI from class. Let's give this the third person so it's different. Third person character, this guy, behavior tree none. Okay, behavior tree none, no collision failed location. For location, I'm going to start adding variables here. So the first thing is upper hill. Here we get upper hill hotel get, and then we're supposed to do locations. Okay, then variable point is upper hill fonts. So and trans supposed to also be a vector. So I already know where the get is, and that's here. So upper here location, I'm just going to copy this default value. Go back to motion trigger, upper get, paste. Okay, and then hotel entrance. Let me just go here manually. Uh, Which let me just add a cube first for reference. Oh, supposed to come all the way this way, and let's just say this is the gate, the hotel entrance. So this, consider a building here. So this sort of building. So that's why I'm going to spawn that character. But, okay, so if I see if it's in the right area, oh, it's under the ground. Okay, so that's a little bit of the ground, and then I'm going to copy the location and paste it here. And then uh, so spawn this guy here, and then let him call it. Mathare controller. Okay, get controller. This won't work. Okay. So, so, get a macro. So what I'm going to do is uh, set what? Add movement input one, input one, get location, direction, getting direction, and delay, get delay for 0.01. The scale going to be 0.3, and your delay over here. Plus is doing a macro and a little more uh, identity to okay. It's called this NPC to avoid them to it from train just not a form. Right up there and then move these ones a bit down to make everything clean, organized. Okay, so that's will be fine. Let me delete this. Then just get out. Oh shit. There's something. Don't work because I can connect that function. Okay, so I just saw a few free stuff on Unreal in the marketplace. So I just stop the stream for now and then go check them out. I usually enjoy checking this free stuff and it's still free. Saves a lot of money. So I'll be able to do this maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, maybe even next week. Who knows? Goodbye. Come on.